This next episode of Overlooked History is about the United States Camel Corps. In 1836, Lieutenant George H. Crossman decided America's western deserts needed to be crossed to help grow our nation. Crossman and a friend of his had trouble deciding exactly what should be done, but ultimately decided an animal was needed, the camel. The War Department found the idea too ridiculous to be practical, and the idea went nowhere. The only official who saw any potential was Jefferson Davis, future Confederate president. When Davis became Secretary of War in 1853, he became the camel idea's main supporter. 2 years later, Congress set aside $30,000 for the new United States Camel Corps. The first challenge was finding camels. The USS Supply was sent to Europe to find zoos with camels, so their caretakers could be interviewed about how to handle them. The ship next sailed to the Gulf of Tunis, and eventually 33 camels were purchased. In addition, Haji Ali, a camel herder, was hired. The camels were returned to Camp Verde in Texas, where the camels were to live. They became a small attraction, and one local woman knitted socks out of the camel fur, which she mailed to President Franklin Pierce. Over several months, tests were performed which determined camels were much better than mules for desert travel. In addition, men were taught how to take care of the animals. By 1857, there were 70 camels. Around this time, lobbyists representing the mule industry began to petition against the camels. The Camel Corps lasted until the start of the Civil War, when the Army decided more important matters needed to be dealt with. Soon after the war's start, the camels were sold. One camel, named Old Douglas, was killed at the Battle of Vicksburg, and several others ended up in the hands of the Confederate Post Office. Others traveled as parts of various circuses and petting zoos across the country. A young General Douglas MacArthur recalled riding on one of these camels as a boy. In the early 1880s, one camel began to roam free through the Arizona desert, with a corpse strapped to its back. Arizona residents had no idea what it was, and it was described as a red ghost with a devil on its back. Many grew fearful when it trampled a woman, leaving large hoof marks everywhere. It terrorized the state of Arizona for a decade, until a farmer finally killed it. The identity of the corpse remains a mystery. The final original member of the U.S. Camel Corps, a camel named Topsy, passed away in 1934 at the age of 80. Unconfirmed sightings of the animals in the wilderness continued for decades. Thank you.